Yo guys, what's up? We're here with another PrizePicks video on the channel, and I wasn't gonna do a video on this, but I saw someone comment about it, and after the comment, I kind of looked into it more, and I felt it was worth looking at and kind of making a video about it, just because I know over the weekend Real Madrid didn't play their starters, but I just read and I kind of just looked into it that Ancelotti is gonna be looking to rotate the squad, so we're gonna see. Maybe not everyone, but we're going to see some of their big starters like Vinicius and, players like Rodrigo and all them guys. Toni Kroos maybe not. But, Bellingham, we might see, and Valverde, we might see them today because, they still have maybe after this game, they have 2 more games from La Liga, and then it's the Champions League final. So these games kind of serve, and, Real Madrid already won the Liga, so these games, they don't matter too much in terms of, winning something, getting somewhere, except for they're just going to serve as scrimmages in a way for them to stay in shape and, to stay in form before the Champions League final. So it makes sense that over the last weekend, we didn't see any of the big players, start. It makes sense that today we might see them just because, they have to stay in shape and in form. So that's what kind of pushed me to make this video. And right now what we're going to go ahead and see is going to see a little bit of them. I'm going to go ahead and, go by the players based on if they start and based on what happens there. But as you guys see, we don't see too many Real Madrid picks. That's the kind of part that sucks. But let's just start with Eder Militao, 72.5 passes. And again, it's not loading, but for some reason it never load at the beginning for me. All right, there we go. I feel like that might be low. So 72.5 passes, as you guys see. The last game he had 48, so he did play that one. Granada was one of the games where not everyone of their top starters started. And he against Cadiz he had 76 passes, 72.5. I really like the under for the fact that I feel like Real Madrid will play well, will try to win, but they're not going to put all their eggs into this basket. There's no point in them really, going all out and risking injury today. I feel like it's going to serve more to stay informed, to stay in shape. So I feel like there might be a lot of rotations even in game. So even if the top starters start, I feel like it's not going to be a full maybe 90 minutes. Even whether they're winning or losing, I think it's going to be, very load management type of thing, Clippers type of thing, if you know that reference. But we're going to see 72.5. I like the under. And honestly, I'd really like the under on a lot of these, just for that fact that I feel like the rotations might be even in game that you're going to see, substitutes. So even Valverde 0.5 shots, it's hard. Maybe not all the starters start, and Valverde would start, and he might have more shots than usual. Maybe because Vinicius is not playing or stuff like that. But Valverde, so 0.5 shots. If you want to take the under on this one, if you saw my Man City one, there's the same prop for Kyle Walker with 0.5 shots on target. You want to take the under. He is on a roll of not having any shots on target, even though he played well against other teams. I remember against Man City, he had a great goal. But we're going to go ahead and see, this prop. And if you want to take, not really a gamble, but, if you take the under, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Rodrigo, 3.5 shots. Depending on who starts, like I said, it looks like we might see Rodrigo start today. And, of course, it's not loading. But let's see. 3.5 shots, and of course he tends to start when Vinicius starts. So Vinicius takes the volume of the shots. I would say to look into the lineups. If Vinicius does not start, I would go over on this one. If Real Madrid comes up with a full lineup of their regular starters, I would take the maybe the under on Rodrigo. But if they come out with maybe half of their starters with Vinicius not playing, Rodrigo is starting, then I'll take the 3.5 over on Rodrigo. if that's making sense for anyone. And then Tony Kroos, shots assisted. I don't know if he might start. I feel like he's one of the ones they give the most time load management to. And then Camavinga, 2.5 tackles. Again, if he starts, I like the over on this one. I feel like Alaves is playing for something more. You know, everyone that plays against Madrid is playing for something more than even whether there's a cup or points to be won. But I'll take the over on that one. And then I want to go ahead and see the Alaves. Okay, so maybe not. All right, so if they're here, I don't know if they're here. I know I saw them. Maybe I'm typing. Okay, yeah. So we just gotta type it in differently. There we go. Okay, so what we're gonna see right here. I guess these are the only ones that they're showing, but we're gonna go ahead and see. I feel like this is a great one to pick. Maybe the pick of this game. Of course, it's not loading again. 33.5 passes. As you can see, is a team like Girona. He did not meet this line against Madrid. Madrid at home, by the way. We forgot to mention that. 33.5 passes. Take the under on this one. It's almost a given. There's no way that he reaches over the line on this one. I would strictly take the under. I feel like it's a simple one. Real Madrid at home. They might just play with the ball. Real Madrid is not threatened by Alaves, but, you know, he might get close, but I don't think he'll go over this line. And so taking the under is a big one for this one. And then finally, Rafa Marin, defender for, what's his name, for Alaves. 4.5 clearances. I like the over on this one. Just for the simple fact that Real Madrid probably put a lot of crosses into it. It's going to be a type of game where, like, they'll attack, but then I'll be overly aggressive. They'll put a lot of crosses to see what they find, you know. And Rafa Marin, I see he's averaging 3.6 against Real Madrid, who is can be super hyper aggressive and offensive with great players. You would take the over on this one because, you know, he might get over the line. Like against Atletico Madrid, the last good team they played, he had 8. So I would, you know, I wouldn't doubt that he'll have close to that again. With that brings you to the end of this video. I know there wasn't too many picks for this game, as the lineups are kind of, you know, uncertain, but this is going to be a good one, and I hope you guys mix and match these with other ones, maybe NBA, maybe hockey if you guys do it. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and keep it going.